Yes, indeed. It is called FromSoft. Many veteran Dark Souls fans seek a great game. After Dark Souls 2, many lost hope for the future. But the few still believed. After the now controversial Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3 is an action role-playing game created by Hidetaka Miyazaki, developed by From Software, and published by Bandai Namco. Dark Souls 3 was released on PS4, Xbox One, and PC worldwide on April 12, 2016. Dark Souls 3 was the fastest selling game in Bandai Namco history, with many praising it to be one of the best in the series, as it has won 3 out of 7 awards it was nominated for throughout 2016 and 2017. Many also find it to be a worthy and fitting end to the Dark Souls series. Now then, let's begin with this class trial. Alright, let me just pull an intro out of my ass. What's going on, everybody? It's been like forever since we've done another Truth Bullets discussion on this channel, but I thought, you know what, we just finished Dark Souls 3, and, well, here we are. I know a lot of people are waiting for Danganronpa 2, that's coming out, maybe. And today we have my co-op partner? I don't know what the correct word is, but you know, my partner throughout the Dark Souls 3 adventure. Go ahead and introduce yourself, even though you've been here already multiple times.
Hello, I'm Gordon Ramsay.
Oh my
No,
god,
I'm
my
not.
my ear.
No, I'm Franklin. I got a yee ass haircut.
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm actually Robbie Cruz.
That's right, we got Robbie, my partner in suffering throughout the Soul series.
My suffering partner.
Yeah, my suffering. There you go, my suffering partner. As of the time of recording this video, we finished Dark Souls 3 about, when was it? A week ago?
Yeah, a week ago.
Like last Friday, no? Somewhere around there. And we did like Gale and Soul of Cinder in like the same day. And it was pretty fun. It was a pretty fun game, and today we're gonna talk about that. And well, no better place to start than the story.
Got him! Got him!
So you can consider this game, Dark Souls 3, a kind of like immediate sequel. I know there's a correct term to that, like a direct sequel to Dark Souls 1. Because to those of you that play Dark Souls 2, it doesn't continue off right away. I believe I've heard that Miyazaki tried to create a new game using the same title, and that's where people were like, "Nah, that you can't do that." And they wanted the same people, I guess you could say, and the same kind of timeline or universe as the first game. So that's where we got Dark Souls 3, and it did not drop the ball. It did not, and I think Dark Souls 3 was a good game. And since it's the same universe, it's the same kind of story, but it's also not the same stuff. It's also a story of its own. You know, I guess the best way you could say it is that it's the aftermath of the first game. You know, after the first game, you beat Gwyn, and then you light the flame, or well, technically the canon ending is lighting the flame, because I know there was the other ending where you can just not light the flame and then you enter the Age of Dark, but that never happened. Unless it did in another timeline. But the canon one is where you do light the flame, and the cycle in the Age of Fire continues. And since then, there's been many Lords of Cinder and many people that have lit the flame over and over again, until one day the flame fades once again. The fire fades, and which is also the name of the new edition of Dark Souls 3, the Fire Fades edition. And like I was saying, the fire fades, and then in three fire lords of that have lit the flame, the fire, like in the past, rise up, but they decide not to light the flame, and then that's where our character comes in. You know, where this person who tried to light the flame but failed. It's kind of because they call those ashen, not hollows. So you're made out of ash, and I think that's pretty cool because it's not just using the same type of, like, I guess, race. I'm not sure what the correct word is for that.
Ashen one.
Yeah. whereas before they used to call you the hollow one. But after you awaken, you go on this amazing adventure to bring the heads of like the Lords of Cinder over to the Fire Link, where you can make the decision of whether you want to continue the cycle or not. In our playthrough, we ended up not continuing the cycle. Actually, yeah, because you chose the Firekeeper ending, right?
I let her lit the flame.
Yeah. No, I think she snuffs it out, I think. And then that's where that's where you end the Age of Fire. Which, in my opinion, is the canon ending. Because then, if Dark Souls 2 does take place after Dark Souls 3, that would mean that that ending would be the true ending, the canon ending. But I think the story was good. I think the story was a great continuation. Without involving too much, there were some references to the first Dark Souls. And even in the DLC, for those of you that played Dark Souls 2, there were some references in there. Like, for example, that one place in the second DLC in the Ring City. It's do you remember the name of the first location?
Where we come alive at?
No, in the second DLC. Remember that place with Ash? I don't remember the name.
I don't remember, but I know what you're talking about. The Ash place.
Yeah, the Ashen place. Yeah, that's the there's a place like that in Dark Souls 2, which I thought was really cool that they did that. But what do you think about the story? Which I know there's no cutscenes or anything, so you can't really tell what's going on. You can mostly just, like, you gotta hold on to the lore. That's where you get your story from.
There's one cutscene, you get like all your lore from the characters, items, and some little scenes. It's pretty cool. I like how they tell a story. It's like open to like interpretations and all that. It could be different for you, different for somebody else, and I really like that. Pretty cool. It's not just like feeding you the story.
Not just exposition dump on top of exposition dump.
Yeah, I also noticed that like the YouTubers I've watched with like the story and all, they all have like different interpretations, which is pretty cool to hear.
As in, like in the stories of the characters and stuff like that?
Yeah.
or like certain kingdoms, stuff like that. Yeah, I watch a lot of those explained videos because like for me to
Yeah.
go out, like that's on that. Those guys are another level. Those guys do their research day to night.
Yeah. It leads to a lot of different unique things.
Yeah. And the only parts where like you actually know what's going on is probably just the beginning, where you know
Yeah.
where like, the lady like flat out tells you what's going on in the beginning.
Yeah. I also like how it referenced a lot of Dark Souls 1. It was pretty
Yeah.
cool to see. And they brought back a lot of characters, like Andre, fucking Patches, that bitch.
You know, some favorite characters and some, you know, detestable characters.
Yeah, some
And
just
even places, too.
inhumane, disgusting characters. Yeah, places as well.
Like Anor Londo was,
Firelink's back.
Yep.
The one from the first game.
you know, yeah, all destroyed. I mean, you can barely tell what it is.
Yeah,
But that's pretty cool
Londo's
that they did
back. It
that.
looks prettier.
Yeah, how is Anor Londo still standing? That's the real question.
I don't know. Maybe Smo under there is holding it up. I don't know.
I thought Smo died. I think Smo was eaten by Aldrich. I think the lore states that Smo got eaten by Aldrich, which would
Oh,
kind of
God,
be
how could you?
ironic since he was known for eating people. I think.
How could you eat Smo? I know it's an armor set he's wearing, but damn, that's one big man.
How could you eat that ass? That dump truck.
Yeah.
That thing was bigger than a dump truck.
Oh hell yeah, that was like 3 dump trucks.
Put into a one. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh man, I like talking about Smo's ass.
I do too. That's why I come on these all the time. Talk about Smo's ass.
Talk about Smo's ass.
Also, my
But,
character's ass.
No, your character's face disgusting.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. We're starting Bloodborne as you're seeing this, and he hasn't seen my character in Bloodborne, but oh my god, my character will give you nightmares.
Oh, you haven't seen mine either. I did
Oh my
best.
god, we're gonna have 2 abominations.
Two ugly, hideous monstrosities. Oh man, that's gonna be bad. I don't really think I have anything to say on the story. I mean, other than it's a continuation of Dark Souls 2. Well, it's the end actually. Dark Souls 3 is the last game in the series. So, or at least, no, yeah, it's the last game in the series. I'm not talking about like Dark Souls 2 being afterward, but like these characters. You know, the Age of Fire is over, and that's really sad.
Yeah.
It's really sad to go through a game and experience it and fall in love with like the everything in the first game, and then playing Dark Souls 2, and then you know they show some characters come back, but then you also meet new people too, and then the game ends and you're left wanting more, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But,
Luckily, there's another Souls game we can play, Dark Souls 2.
Yeah, I
We
mean, we're
haven't
still-
tried that.
Yeah, we're still missing Bloodborne and Dark Souls 2, but like this is gonna be like this is the last Dark Souls game in the series. I don't think there's gonna be a Dark Souls 4. I don't think there should be a Dark Souls 4. I think Dark Souls 3 ended the series perfectly.
Yeah, we've had enough suffering.
Yeah, no more suffering. Well, until you know Elden Ring comes out.
Oh yeah, and then
Oh, and we
I
forgot
haven't
about
played
Demon Souls.
Hero. Oh yeah, Demon Souls.
That one's gonna be
And I haven't played Sekiro yet, which I'm scared to do.
oh my goodness. Well, you're gonna be suffering on that one. I can tell you from experience.
That's a Souls game that Israel can't even beat.
No, I gave up on that. That thing was too hard. Other people give up too. Like I know it was known for being one of the hardest games out there.
I'm sorry.
I know. I prefer the Firekeeper of Dark Souls 3. Like the Firekeeper of Dark Souls
Oh, yeah,
1.
me too.
She's all she does is she stays in that prison cell. Why? I think people put her there, but she also doesn't speak. Why?
He doesn't talk either.
I mean, I would. And then Dark Souls 3's Firekeeper is blind and does speak. And then it kind of like balances out too, because it's pretty funny that like the Firekeeper can't see but can speak, and you know the Ashen one, you know your character can't speak but can see. You know, you kind of like balance each other out, and I think it's nice. Like they were
Oh, yeah,
meant
that's
for
pretty
each other.
nice. Yeah, they actually
You know.
gave the Firekeeper a story.
Yeah, well, the other one did have a story, but you had to dive in, and she didn't really have that much of an importance on the plot. But Dark Souls 3 is like, no, firekeepers are important, you know. Like even Gundyr, who was awakened to be in a Lord of Cinder, but failed, and then I think his firekeeper died, which is sad, but you know. I don't. Did you see that room in the Firelink Shrine that had all those firekeeper dead bodies?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I
that.
went
That's how
by
many there have been. You know, that's pretty like crazy. And to think that some of those dead bodies are like firekeepers for the Abyss Watchers, for Yorm the Giant, Aldrich, and Ludwig, or Ludlith. There you go. The little guy who was sitting at the chair since the beginning of the game. But I think the
Only
Firekeepers-
one who was sitting there.
I also
I
like.
know, I like.
Yeah, I also like Firelink Shrine, and or at least I like the people at Firelink and Dark Souls 3's Firelink Shrine, because like it feels like an actual little house, you know, and everyone comes to visit every now and then. Like Andre's there, so now you don't have to travel like all the way to some other area just to talk to him. So he's there from the beginning, which
Yeah.
I think is pretty like good, and that should have been like in a hub world. That's like you'd think like in a hub world that's where you would find the thing, but Dark Souls 1 is like, nah, you gotta go here. You know, and you don't even meet him at the beginning of the
risk
game,
losing your
somewhere
soul.
else. Yeah, you gotta risk it. But he's there from the beginning too. They also added a store in the form of the Handmaiden, who sells like, you know, the blossoms and stuff like that, and the fire and the human pine resin.
Pretty much everything.
Yeah, she sells everything. Well, as long as
Everything
you
that
find
you
the
can
Umbra
consume.
Ashes. Yeah. And then you also, like,
Yeah.
you go around the world. Now, obviously, the Firekeeper's here. And then you go around, like, as you're exploring the land of Dark Souls 3, or the land of Lothric, my bad. You also meet other people, like, people who can teach you pyromancy, sorceries, miracles, and stuff like that. Like, that was really cool, you know? And then they come to your Firelink Shrine, and then you can actually talk to them there, which I think is cool. So you had, Chronix? I think that's his name. The pyromancer dude. You had the sorcerer
Yeah.
dude. I forgot his name. And then I only remember Carla because like she's beautiful. I simp for Carla. Everyone should simp for Carla, please. And then
Did we
You
run into
also
Carla?
had-
I don't know if we did.
yeah, you did. She's the witch who was in the cell. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You also had the pilgrim dude. I forgot his name. Yeah, that's Grey Rat.
Yeah.
He's the little guy you find in a jail cell in like the first year of the game. Yeah, you have Andre. You have the Firekeeper. You have Grey Rat. You have Hawkwood, who's there from the beginning too. So I like the story behind Hawkwood because apparently the lore is that he was an Abyss Watcher, but he got out, and before the Abyss Watchers became corrupted, you know. So I think it was pretty cool, you know. And then it's sad to see that when you kill the Abyss Watchers and you come back and you tell him, he's like, well, serves him right, you know. But then he kind of feels like sad because those were his friends, you know.
Yeah, all his friends are dead.
Oh, push him to the edge. oh, Yol,
Oh.
there you go, turtle dude, the pilgrim. There you go. You had
Oh, yeah.
Yol, who would give you souls, and then that Yol was like a part of like the fourth ending. So doing his quest line would lead to like a whole new experience in the game, you know. And then you had Uriel, who would show up after Yol, and then you had Igon, with the big hammer, who protects Irina, the blind lady, who teaches you miracles. You had probably the fan favorite Sigurd of Katarina, Onion Bro,
Oh.
made an appearance.
Onion
Which-
Bro.
Sucked that we couldn't do his quest line. It really sucked. That like really good. We didn't get to finish it.
Yeah, we should have. Should have finished the good old Onion Bro.
We should have. Chronix. There you go. Cornix. There you go. That's how you say it. Cornix, the pyromancy dude. You had Horus and Henri. How could I forget about Horus and Henri?
Henri is wow.
Henri's a wowie zowie.
Yeah. By the
No,
way, I
even-
see some Roll 34 of Carla.
I somehow knew you were gonna say that. Oh my
I was
goodness.
just looking at pictures of her, and one thing led to another.
Oh, Orbic, there you go. The guy who teaches you sorceries, he'll show up too. Orbic is pretty cool though, or pretty gimmicky, because if you don't give him a certain amount of of sorceries to learn. After a certain amount of time, he'll leave, which sucks. But that makes you like have to explore the area for the sorceries to look for them. And I know a lot of people, you know, Robert mainly, didn't like Patches, but Patches made a comeback too.
The worst boss in the game.
It's funny because you were talking to Lap, and the whole time I knew that he was Patches. When I first found out that Lap was Patches, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. But then it clicked in my mind that he kind of did sound like Patches, and I caught on that you knew right away at the end before he pushed you off in the DLC that you knew that he was doing like the Patches squat, and I was like, damn, this dude paid attention.
How can I forget Patches at all, man? All he does is screw me over. Even when I kill him, he somehow comes back.
I know, right? Did you ever kill him on yours though?
Yeah, I did. I killed him and he came back.
Oh, I know you were having like a tough time killing him in the cathedral, which was pretty funny because you got stuck on that for a while.
Yeah, I really wanted to kill him, but I just wasn't strong enough to contend with.
Oh man, and then Slave Knight Gale. Oh man, Gale was so cool. Like, you don't really meet him till before like the boss fight with Sister Fried and Father Ariondel, but he's like, I think his design is cool. The red hoodie and stuff like that, and it's sad that you have to fight him at the end.
Yeah, he's like a badass looking Santa.
he goes from scrawny dude to like a buff demon.
My man runs around at you like a dog.
Yeah. Oh, the painting lady, the little girl who draws the painting.
Oh god, that place.
Yeah, if you go up to her, I know I didn't take you to do it, but if you go up to her, you can actually give her the Dark Soul, and she'll fill you in on stuff like, I'm gonna create this to be a world full of peace where nothing bad can happen and stuff like that. And then at the end, she's like, I can't wait to see Uncle Gale's reaction to this. And I'm like, oh, I just murdered him for that.
Uncle Gale's busy.
He just told me to tell you that he's not coming back, but he sends his regards. And then it's sad.
That would have been funny.
It's sad, but it's I know, and no, it's sad, but it would have made an incredible, like, even bigger world if Solaire had showed up, and I would have. But it's a shame that he doesn't.
Nope, they couldn't bring back the best character.
Best character. Yeah.
Solaire.
The true waifu. Like, forget the Firekeeper. Nah, Solaire is where you go for love.
I remember when he told me, "Oh, you talk to me all the time. I would have guessed you have feelings for me."
Like, oh, he knows.
I just sweating, just dripping down my face. How did he know?
How does he know? Oh man. Oh man, who else left a memorable? I think Yorshka was cool too. I didn't take you to do it, but you know who Priscilla is from Dark Souls 1?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't fight her, but I know she is.
Yeah, apparently Yorshka is either it's supposed to be Priscilla, and that entering the Painted World changed her appearance. But I don't think it's true. I think Yorshka's someone else. But it's confirmed because she says it herself that Yorshka is related to Gwendolyn. So it's like what's going on there? Like, how many children did Gwyn have? Because remember, Velianor, the girl with the egg that we find at the end of the Ring City, is also Gwyn's daughter.
Damn, they got busy.
Yeah, that was like procreating like a rabbit in heat.
Oh yeah.
And
one after another.
Yeah. He's like, "Are you pregnant? Alright, I'm gonna move on to the next house." Man be cooking everyone.
She was the house slut before house sluts even existed.
He was the house.
Yeah.
Alright, he can have anyone he wants, just don't touch my Firekeeper. I swear I'll break his nuts off.
Or Solaire.
Or yeah, can't have those, Gwyn. Those are mine.
Cannot have Solaire, he's mine.
But I think my favorite.
Him all day.
You fight with him all day?
No, I fondle him.
You fondle him? You can actually get his armor in Dark Souls 3.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I think I did get it, but I never used it.
You gotta swap in. You gotta swap for some specific items, and then you go to the very top of Firelink Shrine, and then that's where you exchange them for an invisible being. I think it is. And
yeah, the invisible being. I never did that either.
yeah, he'll give them to you if you swap them out. I forgot what the items are, but I know that's where you get it from. I have it on one of my files. But all in all, in Dark Souls 3, my favorite character to mess around with is the Firekeeper, because like you can even do like gestures in front of her and she'll respond, and I think that's really nice. That's really cute.
You just point down for disrespect in front of her.
But that, and she starts crying.
The fuck you say?
What'd you say? Don't make me remove this blindfold.
She turns into full like Cyclops from X-Men.
Just goes all
Secret
crazy.
boss.
Oh, secret boss dissing the Firekeeper. Oh, that needs to be a mod.
Somebody make that a mod, please.
But that's my favorite NPC to mess around with.
I'd say so too. There was like no one who like compared to her.
Yeah, no one does much reactions other than like you pissing them off or them pissing you off.
Oh yeah.
She always has your back. She even says it herself. She's like no matter what decision, I'll stand by you. And I'm like, my heart, such purity.
Simp mode engaged.
I simp for Dark Souls 3 Firekeeper.
Hell yeah. Dude, have you seen the Demon Souls Firekeeper?
Yeah. I think she's also blind.
Yeah, she is.
Nah, dude, you haven't even you haven't seen a real Firekeeper till you look at Dark Souls 2's Firekeeper.
Oh, give me 1 second.
Oh, you gonna switch it up?
Let me see this bad girl. Let's see her. Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah. A redhead, dude.
What? Well, I think we have a new hot one here.
You have a winner?
Yeah. Sorry, Firekeeper from Dark Souls 3. Sorry.
No, proper.
I got a thing for redheads.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, the ultimate redhead is Mary Jane from Spider-Man.
Oh, is that so?
Oh, yes.
It's very interesting. Oh, I found some cosplay of the Firekeeper.
Oh, you're just looking up Rule 34 for.
Like, forget the discussion. We're looking at some good
let's talk
fat
about
art.
what we're seeing here. Yeah, let's talk about what we're seeing here, man.
My eyes are being blessed at the moment. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. I wish we could show you guys, but we're not doing that.
The Emerald Herald. There you go. That's her name.
Alright, Dark Souls 2 or Dark Souls Solero 34.
No, stop. All right, let's move on to the next topic before we get even more distracted by Rule 34. This is the best the best Souls game with like the best mechanics. I think this game feels really good. Like,
Oh hell yeah.
compared to like Dark Souls 2. Oh my goodness. So the way they came out was
And
Dark Souls 1,
1.
Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, and then Bloodborne, and then I know for a fact that Dark Souls 3 took inspiration from Bloodborne, because the movement in Bloodborne is super fast, and Dark Souls 3 is kind of fast, but I think Dark Souls 3 is a little bit slower than Dark Souls than Bloodborne, and it fits, you know, it makes the game really fun.
Yeah.
I like fast-paced action is definitely the way to go if Miyazaki wants to keep on making Souls-like games, because moving as slow in Dark Souls 1 isn't fun, but that doesn't mean the game is bad, like at all. Dark Souls 2, the same thing for Dark Souls 2 actually. Like, just because the movement is slow doesn't mean the game is bad. But I prefer fast-paced gameplay.
That's way more exciting.
Yeah.
Especially with the music going on.
But this game also made big improvements to other aspects in terms of gameplay. For example, sorceries, miracles, and pyromancies in Dark Souls 1 and 2 had a limited amount of uses, so you'd only be able to use it like 5 times or 3 if you weren't that good, or 11 or 10, you know, depending on how good you are. But Dark Souls 3 adds a new mechanic called the Ashen Estus Flask, the blue flame, the blue bottle of Estus, and I think it fits. It's perfect. I think Dark Souls 3 is the perfect game, the best game in the series in terms of gameplay. It's fun, and I think it's better than the limited uses, like way better than the limited uses, because like
Hell yeah.
you can stock up, you can move all your like regular Estus to the Ashen Estus, and only have one regular Estus, and have like 10 or 7 Ashen Estus, so you can refill as much as possible. Some people could say it's broken, but it comes at a cost, you know. So you pick one or the other, so you don't get to be overpowered in both, you know.
Yeah. Pretty good aspect. Pretty good design, dude.
Yeah. Well,
That's.
yeah.
I also like that they gave like a health bar for like magic, like a whole bar for it, the blue bar.
Yeah, the MP. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was a good idea.
Yeah, definitely better than the limited uses. And although I don't think Bloodborne doesn't have magic, but that's alright though.
Yeah.
The game is still fun.
Instead.
Yeah, you have gun,
Oh,
no
yeah.
more shield. You have gun.
Gun. Just be fast.
But I will give Bloodborne this. I love the fast movement, because like I said, I think Dark Souls 3 is slower. I'm not too sure, but I think Bloodborne has the best movement speed.
Yeah,
And
that
it
game's
fits
all
the
about
game.
speed.
Yeah, it fits the game.
This one's like all about like how you want to play. Like, do you want to be like a fast, or like a slow, hard-hitting man, or like a fast, you know, fast-paced?
Fast, slow damage dealer. Like
Yeah.
you and me, for example. Like we went different builds. I went Dex and you went Strength. Okay, don't knock on me for playing Dex. I just wanted to see what it was like because. So as compared to the damage, Robert was hitting like 5 trucks, while I only hit like a compact car.
Yeah, but he was so fast. Like, he had like 2 katanas that just destroyed him.
Yeah,
And
like
this
I was
giant
doing little
axe.
damage, but I was doing like I was doing little damage, but I was moving fast. And you were moving like, I wouldn't say slow. You were still moving like a pretty good amount of good speed, and you were doing like
Yeah.
mega damage, you know.
Yeah.
Which is nice. It balances out. It's fun, you know. Dark Souls 3, I
That's
think,
a
in my
perfect
opinion,
build
also
right there.
Yep, it is. It also like this game that like I think includes like way more customization for what kind of play style you want to go for. Like, do you want to go Dex? Do you want to go Int? Strength, Faith? You know, it's like, what do you want? We got it. You know, we got it all.
Yeah, there's a lot of customization. I love that.
Yeah, and a lot of
raises
weapons
to
too. This game probably has the most
Oh,
amount
yeah.
of weapons, and it's insane.
There's a lot of weapons. A lot of them I didn't even get to touch.
Or yeah, we haven't even scratched the surface, I bet. But that's alright, because we ended up using like the same weapons throughout the whole game. My twin blades, I think they were.
The grid axe, and I put a raw gemstone in it, I believe.
You got, you're hitting like a truck, dude.
Yep. And it worked for me the entire game.
You know, it's the same as the past Dark Souls game and even Bloodborne. You know, music only shows up every now and then. I believe Firelink had music. I know, I was talking about this earlier with someone. It does, doesn't it? But yeah, Firelink has open music. But other
Yeah.
than that, I don't think there's anywhere else in the game that has actual music playing in the background other than boss fights. Which, once again, as I said in the Dark Souls 1 discussion, and you know, that oh, what I'm trying to remember. I have it there in my head. I know I said that the music,
That
like
boss
when
music slaps.
yeah, it slaps, because like the whole game there's nothing but just sounds of enemies and like your footsteps walking. Boom, enter boss room.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then boom, 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 and then the music hits, and then that really gets you pumping, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like oh my goodness. And then right, like like for example, like I said, my favorite theme was Wynn's theme from the first game, and they put it in in the final boss.
Yeah, they
theme.
brought it back.
Yeah, and I gotta say that's why Soul of Cinder, Soul of Cinder's boss theme is my favorite in the game. Just for that,
Such a
just for
good
that
theme,
piano. Yeah.
And
I
they brought
remember-
it back like when he shows up too.
Yeah. My first playthrough, I was like listening to it, and then I heard the piano, and I was like, that's cool, because at that time I still hadn't played Dark Souls 1. I played Dark Souls 3 first, and then I played Dark Souls 3, and then I hear it like as soon as you walk Dark Souls 1. My bad. I played Dark Souls 1, and then as soon as you walk into Wynn's boss room, the first thing I heard was Bloop going, and I was like, oh damn! And so I went back and I replayed Dark Souls 3, and it takes on a whole different meaning, because after playing Dark Souls 1 and then beating Wynn and then going back to fight Soul of Cinder, it's second phase, by the way. That's when the music hits, and he even like Soul of Cinder starts using like his Gwynn's like movements and stuff like that. Like you get that first parry, you know, if you're lucky.
Oh God.
It's a nice little like love note, I guess you could say, to the fans of Dark Souls remastered, Dark Souls 1. I bet.
Some great fan service right there.
Yeah, like who would have thought that music would be great fan service?
Star Wars fans in the chat.
No one them right. I don't want to get copyright.
I know. They actually did bring that song back for the Clone Wars.
Oh, that's insane. Did they copyright
awesome.
themselves?
Maybe, I don't know.
Alright, you
Sure
got
they
anything?
did.
You got anything to say on music?
No. No, man. I think that's my favorite song too. The music in this game just slaps. Another notable one was Nameless King.
Oh
he had a great banging soundtrack.
You know, if it wasn't for the yelling,
beating us. Yeah,
it's like I brought my own mixtape.
yeah. There's a lot of great songs in here. They hit it well again with this game, like they did in Dark Souls 1.
I'm telling you, dude. It's the good music that fits. That's perfect for the game. But
Yep.
speaking of Nameless King, you know, our favorite boss. You know. Bosses, like just like in any game, slap. Like these bosses, Dark Souls 3 really, like in my opinion, there's no terrible boss. They only go from great to perfect, but you know,
Pinwheel.
yeah. Well, I was choosing which boss I want to put on as my worst and my favorite. I knew which one right away, which one's my favorite. But you know, finding out which one was the worst is kind of like you know, it's kind of pretty difficult. You know, I had to think about it for a while. But let's start with our worst boss. Like, what's your worst boss?
That's a tough one, because there's no bosses in here that I think are just bad. You know, there's some that are just meh.
They're gimmicky. You know, I've heard about that a lot. Like Dark Souls 3 bosses, like it's not just a straight up fight. They revolve around some sort of gimmick. You know.
Yeah, but if I had to choose like the worst one, I'd probably say the Iron Golem or something like that. That giant guy. You remember him? I'm blanking on his name right now. Yeah, the one where he had to use the Storm Ruler. Ah,
Yorm the Giant. There you go. I was like, Iron Golem? Are you talking about Dark Souls 1?
Yeah, I was thinking of him by accident because they're similar.
They're really tall.
Yeah.
No,
but him, yeah.
Yeah, Yorm the Giant, yeah. Oh man, and then you had that you had a Onion Bro join you for that fight. Well, if you did his questline, he didn't join us, which sucks like a lot.
Yeah, we could have saw him in battle.
Yeah, he would have been like, charge. But
I think I'd say the worst one, but I don't think it's bad. But it's just like,
oh man, seeing Yorm in the intro when he gets up, like you're like, oh man, that's gonna be a great fight. And then, you know, you can fight him normally, you know, by chipping at his you know, his feet. Or you could
Luckily, we're not lunatics.
Yeah, you can use the Storm Ruler to, like, you know, make him suffer. Which is, like, I think is the easiest way to do, but they also kind of I don't think they intended you to use a Storm Ruler. They just put it there as a little reference to, which is also good because the Storm Ruler made its first appearance in Demon Souls. My bad. In Demon Souls.
Yep, more and more fan service.
Yeah. Dark Souls 3 is full of a lot of references. But my least favorite boss actually. I put 2 because Ancient Wyvern was really easy, but that doesn't mean it's bad.
Yeah.
It's like it's different from like you can still fight him normally, you know, by chipping away at his feet, but you can also just run the maze and do the one attack on him and then that's it. I mean that's not bad by any means. Like at least it's unique, it's different. But it didn't really like excite me, And I also put as my second least favorite. I put Nameless King.
You call him as the worst?
Yeah, because like thinking back on like the suffering that I had to endure by getting destroyed over and over again, it's too difficult to do, And I was thinking about, and I was like, damn, how am I supposed to do this like alone? Like if I can barely do it with Robert.
Yeah, I honestly think he's the hardest boss in the game, in the Souls game so far.
Yeah, I
honestly think he's the one.
Yeah, I put him on there because he's too difficult. I'm like, damn, bro, he needs a nerf.
Yeah, he was ridiculous.
But
without a doubt,
his design is cool. Like the lore behind him is cool too because he's supposed to be the son of Gwyn, who lost his his royalty. Or who was stripped of his status. There you go.
Yeah, he looks badass. Also, his dragon, or was it a dragon? Yeah, lightning dragon.
Right? I think it was a white storm drake.
Oh, well, that looked badass too.
Yeah.
I just didn't like fighting him. He just fucking ripped our assholes apart over and over again.
Also, you find Ornstein's armor at the end of after you beat him too, which is actually really like cool.
Yeah, and you wore it the whole game.
And I know there's lore, people, there's like, supposed to be hinting that the Storm Drake is Ornstein, but I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna need some, some more what's it called, hints to believe that, I think.
Okay, here we go.
Actually, I know for a fact that my favorite is Gale. Gale's my my all-time favorite boss. Like seeing not only that, but because like you knew him before you fight him, and then after Filianor takes you to the future, and then you see him and he's eating people. Like he's this completely different person that you met like before. And then not only that, but he wants to fight you. He wants to kill you now. Like he doesn't care if like he knew who you were in the past. He has a goal and he's going to reach that goal no matter what. And it was finding the Dark Soul too. You fight someone who uses the power of the Dark Soul, which I think is really cool. Because in his second phase, he
awesome.
he basically becomes one with the Dark Soul, and that's really cool. And then after you kill him, I think you take it for yourself, or you can just give it to the painting girl. But the only thing that sucks about fighting Gale is that I have to play through the whole DLC just to even get to him.
And that the DLC is hard.
Yeah, the Ring City is difficult because that's fighting the Demon Prince, and then fighting Spear of the Church, and then I can get to Gale. And if I'm lucky, I can summon the squad up for the Demon Prince. And if I'm super lucky, hopefully, the invader of the Spear of the Church can just let me kill him.
That boss. That's another worse one right there. That one was a pain in the ass.
The invader?
Yeah, the invader boss fight. That was a pain in the ass.
Cum Snatcher.
Yeah, cum snatcher. He snatched our cum, alright. Dude, I also really love the champion Gundyr. He was awesome.
Oh yes, Gundyr was a great tutorial boss. Which I'm surprised that you beat him.
Buffed up version.
Oh, champion Gundyr? When you fight him again?
Yeah, champion. Yeah, I love that one. That one was awesome.
Oh, and then the story behind Gundyr is also really cool too. Like he's there to test your skill to see if you're worthy.
Yep. And
It's
last
pretty
but
cool.
not least, the Abyss Watchers.
Oh, the Abyss Watchers is a good fight, dude. I think it's the best Lord of Cinders fight.
That one was fucking cool.
Everything
And
from
his
like
design.
yeah, from his design to just the way he fights too is just cool. His intro's cool too. Like you walk in on these guys and they're murdering each other.
Yep. And he's like, you.
Oh, we got a new contestant.
Yep. Love that fight. Those are probably my favorites right there. I like a lot of them, but there were some that were just meh. But there were some that were like really like
Memorable.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like these fast-paced just battles. Oh, and this game has a lot of them, which I really like. I prefer that style. I don't like the platforming shit like in Dark Souls 1.
Oh my god, bit of chaos. I hate you.
So, like the slow ones where you have to take your time.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, Dark Souls 1 had some pretty bad bosses. Ceaseless Discharge was one of them, because you just run up and then you just run back and that's it. And then, you know, you also had Bed of Chaos. Oh my god, Bed of Chaos, I hate you. In fact, Wyvern is a better version of Bed of Chaos, because at least the Wyvern doesn't knock you down. It'll breathe fire on you, but it doesn't slap you into its holes.
Yeah, and does it become a broken platformer?
So is Abyss Watchers and Gundyr your favorite bosses?
Yeah, and then Lord of Cinder.
Oh yeah, the Solo Cinder. Yeah, that's pretty cool
They were
because
awesome.
apparently Solo Cinder is supposed to be your character from the first game.
So I fight Pasty Thick.
Yeah, Pasty Thick is fighting himself from the past.
Pasty Thick Sir versus Pasty Thick Junior.
Yeah, because the Solo Cinder, a descendant. Yeah, because Solo Cinder is supposed to be like an accumulation of all the past Lords of Cinders that have lit the flame. That's why he uses Gwyn's fighting style in the second phase. So that means it's also your character from the first game.
I wish that was my character in the first game.
Solo Cinder.
Yeah. Everyone would fear me.
Everyone would fear me becoming God.
Yep.
Alright, you got anything else to say about your favorite bosses?
No, I think we hit it there. Also, fuck Nameless King and Midir.
Yes, they're too difficult.
Yeah, fuck them both. They were so hard. And I
Not
know
bad.
somebody's gonna have that. Yeah, they're not bad. They're not bad. They're just so difficult.
Yeah.
And I know somebody's gonna say that like pretentious, like artsy fartsy. Well, they're supposed to be that way. Yeah, it's still hard though.
Even if I knew their
Attacks.
yeah, they're fighting their movements, like it would still be pretty
And
difficult.
we knew them too.
Mm,
And we just couldn't. They were just so hard.
yeah. Fighting them for so long, of course they're gonna memorize their movements, but it was still pretty difficult. That's why we summoned
Yeah,
people
because you
from
get hit
Adir.
once. Yeah, you get hit once, you're pretty much screwed. Yeah, we summoned 4 people to beat Midir. We should have done that for Nameless King, because we wouldn't spend like 3 hours on him.
Which I know, like you can, it's good. You guys can say like, oh, but you didn't technically beat Dark Souls because you need to beat it by yourself to actually beat it. Like, it was still pretty fun to summon people for the Midir fight.
Yeah. Also, I don't like those people who say that. I just,
It didn't-
play it this way.
Yeah, it didn't take away from the fun. Like, it was still fun to have like those randoms join us.
Yeah, they were pretty cool.
What would you, as a new player, what do you think about the game now that you finished Dark Souls 3?
I like this one way more than Dark Souls 1. It was just so much more fun. It wasn't as suffering as the first one. This one was more just fun. There were still some very hard moments, but it was still overall a blast to play. And I like this one way more than Dark Souls 1. I'd say this is probably the best Souls game I played so far. Yeah, I think this one's the best one I played so far.
Well, this was actually my first Dark Souls game because I played Bloodborne before. Bloodborne was my first Souls game. Dark Souls was my introduction to the Dark Souls games, and I loved my first experience playing Dark Souls 3. And although I didn't get all the references to the past games, I still enjoyed the game as if it was new. So playing them in Dark Souls 2, 1 and 2, and then replaying 3, I then had the knowledge of those games and I understood the references and I could see how much love they put into this game. Yeah, it has its problems, like the PvP is still a mess. But
yeah, the
it was still
awful.
Yeah, no, yeah. That's why that boss fight was dumb. But it was still fun, you know? It didn't take away from the experience of the Dark Souls 3. It didn't take away from the Dark Souls 3 experience, you know? It was still fun,
Yeah.
and, like, I'd recommend to anyone. Like, Dark Souls 1, yeah, I got the remaster, but that didn't really improve much of the old game. All it did was, I think, it upped the graphics a little bit, and it tweaked a bunch of stuff. It was a remaster, not a remake. Or a reimagining, you know? Like, if Dark Souls 1 was remade with Dark Souls 3's, gameplay style, yeah, I'd say yeah, go for that one. But I'd say for any like new players that want to get into the Souls series, I'd say start with Dark Souls 3. Like, yeah, you won't get the references, but it's I think it's still better one gameplay wise to play.
Yeah, Dark Souls 1 is really hard, and there's some like frustrating things about it. So I think that'll like turn you off to them, if you know what I mean.
I forgot to mention. Oh, let me just mention this real quick. Sister Fried was also really good. I like that boss fight.
Oh yeah, we didn't even bring her up.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. It's like she's the first Dark Souls boss to have 3 phases, dude.
Yeah. I can't believe we didn't talk about her.
Yeah,
She's in
no,
the
I
exact
forgot
same
about-
place as Moen Ornstein.
What?
Oh wait, no, she's not. Oh wait, no, she's not. No, never mind. I was
No,
thinking of the
that's-
other one.
Yeah, that's Aldrich. I was like, wait, what? What game are you playing?
No, I was thinking. No, I'm sorry. I was thinking of Moen Ornstein again. What can I say?
I can't blame you. Nah, but
Yeah.
Sister Fried was really good. Her fast-paced. I think someone said she was a little too fast for Dark Souls. She was playing Bloodborne while we were still playing Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, she was really fast. But luckily, there's a big guy you can take out.
Yeah, the Father Oriondo, which I think was pretty cool. Like, he was slow, so it's kind of like the best Ornstein and Smo that the best Ornstein and Smo they're gonna get to that isn't Ornstein and Smo. You know, I don't know if I'm making any sense.
Yeah.
The best version,
like,
I guess, or
Best
retry.
copy.
There you go, that's the one. But anything else you got to say in the game?
No, man. I love the game. I would recommend it to people, even with the narrative that it is as hard as it is.
Yeah.
It's not the hardest thing ever, but
Nope.
it just expect the challenge. I'd
Yeah.
say give it a try. So much fun. I'd say start with Dark Souls 3 first, because yeah, one I feel is gonna push a lot of people away because of its outdatedness in some points, but yeah, I'd say go with 3 because 3 you're gonna have a blast with.
Definitely, dude.
Yeah, and 1 you're just want to throw your controller out the window.
Throw your controller out the window. That's like the best
That's
way to
how
put it, I guess.
frustrated it got me. Yeah, that's how frustrated it got me at some point.
Other than that, I guess the best way to summarize Dark Souls 3 is, it's a great game for everyone as long as you don't like rage after dying to a boss multiple times. But then again, that's every Dark Souls game.
Yeah, that's every single one. Every Souls-like game, everyone.
We are going to be playing Bloodborne. In fact, we already started, but we haven't started playing together yet. We'll explain later in the actual Bloodborne video what that means.
We
And
both beat the first boss, so
yeah, we'll say that.
Oh yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's just Robbie Cruz. I'm sure Israel will put it down in the description.
I won't.
It's up to me,
but alright.
man. See how kind of a gentleman he is. But yeah, I think you should do that. I'm
As
playing
of,
a plethora
yeah,
of games on my channel.
yeah, you are.
Yes, sir.
As
There's
of
a
the
little
moment,
something for everybody, as IGN would say.
yeah, you're playing like a lot of like different genre games right now. You're playing horror,
Yeah,
you're
like-
playing action, you're playing like anime.
Yeah, I just started Resident Evil 4. I finished My Hero Justice. I'm gonna start Final Fantasy VII Remake.
That's what's up.
I finished God of War, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Resi 3 as well. A lot is going on over there.
Plenty more to come from both of us. Definitely check
Yes,
out
sir.
Robbie's channel. Those of you new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. Links in the description. Check out my Twitch. I try to stream every now and then, and I will do my best to continue, trying to pick up streaming again. Follow my Twitter. Every link is in the description. And other than that, that's pretty much it. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. I don't even have an outro. You know what? Just take care of yourselves. Later.
The first flame quickly fades. Darkness will shortly settle. But one day, tiny flames will dance across the darkness. Like embers linked by Lord's Pass. Ashen One, hearest thou my voice still?